This is absolutely a delicacy that most people have never tasted. It's not a rare treat just because it's pricey. Looks straight up terrifying. At first glance, it looks exactly like an oversized roach. Just the thought of it makes you instinctively step back, let alone actually swallowing it down. However, in Vietnam, where the food scene is super inclusive, this thing is considered a top-tier delicacy by the locals. A single one weighing around 3 pounds can easily sell for 3 to 4 million Vietnamese dong an, and if it's prepped in a high-end restaurant, that price can easily double. Even with that massive price tag, tons of foodies still flock here, practically begging, just to get a taste of this bizarre seafood's unique flavor, even though this guy costs a pretty penny. The chef prepped super simple and hardcore. He just slices right down the middle of its belly, drains out all the liquid inside, and scoops out all the random guts and organs. Then, it gets tossed into a steamer on high heat for 15 minutes. Timer goes off, immediately pulls it out, and starts extracting the meat. Don't let its massive size fool you. There actually isn't that much you can eat. The real value is mainly those thick chunks of white meat in the belly. As for the rest of the body, it's basically just there for show. It looks intimidating, but it has practically no meat. No wonder a 3 or 4 pound giant ice yields less than half a small bowl of edible meat after being shelled. Hence the phrase rare and expensive. Next, the chef beats some eggs. Turns out, today we're making a premium fried rice. After getting the chopped scallions and diced carrots ready, he pours the egg wash into a hot wok and waits for it to set. Then, he tosses in dialed rice, stir-frying until every grain separates. Finally, he dumps in the scallions, diced carrots, and the isopod meat all together. As for why he doesn't add any seasoning, the chef smiles and explains, this thing is already packed with a naturally salty umami flavor. Adding extra spices would just ruin it. Whether that's true or not, we can't say for sure, but it's definitely a solid excuse. The fried rice hits the table. The presentation actually looks pretty appetizing, but when you remember it's made from a giant sea roach, a lot of diners still can't help but second-guess themselves. Can I really eat this thing? But once you actually take a bite, you'll realize this dish isn't nearly as fishy as you'd imagine, nor does it have any weird, funky taste. The addition of the bug meat actually gives the fried rice a massive umami bomb, and a rich texture. One bite completely flips your whole perception of it. Besides this isopod fried rice, the chef shows us another way to prep it. Compared to the relatively normal fried rice, this next dish looks way more like straight-up cursed food. First, he puts the prepped giant isopod into the oven and bakes it for 5 minutes. While that's going, the chef pivots to mixing up a killer signature sauce. He chops up some scallions, throws in chicken, bouillon, salt, sugar, fish sauce, and some authentic Vietnamese sauté sauce. Then, he pours it all into a hot pan and stir-fries it until mixed well. And boom, the soy sauce is done. After that, the chef tosses some crushed peanuts into the sauce to add an extra layer of crunch and aroma. He stuffs all this sauce straight into the baked bugs belly until it is absolutely packed. Then, it goes back into the oven for another 5 minutes to let the sauce completely seep into the white meat in the belly. Once it's out, he sprinkles on some fried shallots, and this masterpiece is officially done. When it's served, it still gives off major monster vibes. But once you cut open that shell, the mouth-watering aroma instantly shatters your mental defenses. You take a bite, the meat is firm and bouncy, and the sauce is exploding with savory flavor. It has a texture remarkably similar to lobster tail. Honestly, eating it is just incredibly satisfying.